Hey guys, welcome to another video of THANE TV and what the fuck am I wearing? Okay, that's much better. Okay, so today guys, I just have calming music in the background. Actually, yeah, I was gonna just play some Spider-Man theme, but they're shorter. This is live, so this is the best we got. Today we will be ranking every Spider-Man movie to date right now. So I am including the Venom movies. I don't know if you guys honestly count them, but that's my opinion. I count them. I'm also counting Spider-Verse. Of course, it's a Spider-Man movie. It's a good movie. Okay, so let's start. Okay. I know you guys are gonna be really pissed off about this, but my least favorite Spider-Man movie. Drum roll, please. Is Spider-Man No Way Home. Look, I really was excited. Just kidding, I'm just fucking with you. Okay, alright. My last place is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Honestly, really didn't like that one. Okay, so let me just say this. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it, but let me get my DVD because it might help me. Let me get my DVDs. All right, so let me just say, I'm sorry I said that, Andrew Garfield. Who, if you're watching this, man, I don't absolutely hate this movie. I just think it's the weakest Spider-Man movie out there, and honestly, I actually really like the villain, Electro, the main villain. I think it could have been. It was a long movie. I think it didn't appeal as me as much as the other Spider-Man movies. Okay, coming in our other place now, Spider-Man 3. No, I really used to like this movie as a kid. I remember watching this and just getting really excited and stuff as a kid. I really like it. I think it's just weird that they picked Topher Grace is Venom. I didn't like that whatsoever. He was such a weird Venom and it kind of ruined it for me, so it was kind of a movie with a good character in it and it ruined it for me, and it ruined the movie. Looking back at this movie, it's still a pretty good movie, but in my opinion, isn't the greatest Spider-Man. Okay guys, just to remind you, this is my opinions only, so it does not have to. It can upset you guys, yeah. Put in the comments down your list. I don't care. Whatever. These are just my personal opinions. Okay, next, The Amazing Spider-Man. I will say this. Andrew Garfield, perfect Spider-Man. I love him. He's my favorite Spider-Man actor. I will say that. The emotion in this movie is just awesome. I think he does really well on the Spider-Man that he is and what he was given. The script and stuff. He did really well. And honestly, there's supposed to be a little bit of emotion too with Peter Parker's character because of his Uncle Ben dying, and that's exactly what he gave us in this movie. I really like the villain Lizard. I think he's really interesting. I think there was a really interesting process they did with this movie. Otherwise, this gave me goosebumps at the end of the movie. Very good movie and very good ending. Very strong ending too. I can't believe I'm saying this. It's just super hard to pick between all these movies because they're just so great. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm doing this. I really like these movies. Venom. Look, I love Venom. It's a great movie. Tom Hardy's just awesome. I fucking love him. His humor with Venom, man, it's great. I love it. He did better than Topher Grace, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who would agree with me, but most of the Spider-Man movies, it's really hard because I really like this movie, but I also like a lot of Spider-Man movies, and I love Venom as a character. They smash that improvement. With Topher Grace is not that I'm hating on Topher Grace because Topher Grace is a really talented actor, but I just love Venom and the stuff they did in here. Riot was... I didn't like him as a villain. He was a dickhead. I think that's what they were trying to go for, though, obviously. I really love the CGI effects in here. Love the humor. Love this movie. A lot of you guys actually might be really surprised on this, but Spider-Man 2. Okay, this actually would have been my second least favorite. If I used to never like this movie. I didn't like it as much as the first or third movie. Because I didn't watch it as much as a kid. It just didn't really appeal to me like the big box office Spider-Man movies. Which this is one of them, of course. But I really like this movie. It's probably one of the best Spider-Man movies, pretty much, but it's honestly at this point, because there are a lot more Spider-Man movies that are a lot better, and I really appreciate this movie. The guy who does Dr. Octopus, Alfred, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, does perfect. They couldn't have got another guy to play Dr. Octopus. Really appreciative of him. Awesome. They got some really good fight scenes. It brings back memories. Like I said, honestly, I really liked this and I enjoyed it. I watched it a couple of years later and I'm just like, you know what, I gotta give this movie a lot of slack. With the effects they had, it was awesome for the time being. And I come out to be a defender of this movie, and it's really appreciative. Okay, I unfortunately do not own Spider-Verse. I will be getting it sometime soon, but Spider-Verse would be my next one. So, Spider-Verse is a great animation film. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love all the villains. I love the characters. I love how the other Spider-Man interact with each other. And the emotion between Miles and his uncle, Prowler, was really great. And it was sad to see, spoilers, the Prowler go. It was honestly really emotional because I looking at that, I had a lot of emotional past, something like that. Of course, my family members didn't die from it, but hold on a second, guys. Alright. Okay, continuing from Spider-Verse. I really like the villains. They're really unique. I loved how they actually took a girl out of Octavius and made it like a girl version. I love to see that because when Dr. Octopus, he isn't really one of my favorite Spider-Man villains, but he would be in my top 5 still. He's just not, I don't know. But Spider-Verse, like I said, was a very good movie. I loved how the Spider-Mans interacted, and it was honestly a great animation film. I love to see Kingpin in there. More of the darker villains that Spider-Man has are in that movie. And I really appreciate that because I'm more of a darker fan. I'm more Punisher, Daredevil. But I love the MCU and what they've done with it, and I love what they've done with Spider-Verse. Okay, coming in my next spot is Spider-Man. This will always be a classic. The ending, man, just gave me goosebumps. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. I just gotta say, perfect. Perfect. No bullshit, guys. If you've never seen this movie, you will want to see it because Willem Dafoe fucking rocks, man. Awesome guy, very talented actor. I love how he could switch his personality to just being the evil Green Goblin and then becoming like an evil, not an evil businessman, but a businessman who cares for his son a lot. Who cares of his son a lot. Harry Osborn, of course. And honestly, I really like the fight scenes in this one too. I love actually the part that Green Goblin took MJ hostage, and that was what brought Spider-Man to save her. And honestly, I really liked the conclusion they gave us in this movie. Very, very well done, Sam Raimi. Okay, a lot of you guys are going to be surprised on this too. You're probably going to hate on me because I really like this movie. Venom Let There Be Carnage. Okay, alright, I gotta say, I really love this movie. Carnage is awesome. Okay, I gotta say, Woody Harrelson didn't think he was gonna do good. When I saw this movie, fuck man, Woody Harrelson. That man fucking blew my mind. A lot of people were telling me that, okay, I know that Carnage is gonna do good, or Woody Harrelson is gonna do good as Carnage because he's been in these other kind of movies that he's been sort of a psycho killer or something like that. And I'm hearing this and I'm just like, no. I was more used to the Zombieland, him being a kick-ass, funny fucking Tallahassee, and like I said, Zombieland. I never knew he had a psycho side, but when I saw this, holy fuck, man, he did so good as Carnage, and it blew my mind. I give that man so much credit. I did not think that he was going to do good, but he did amazing. And honestly, it was a very short movie. I would agree with a lot more people. Carnage needed a little more role. I really like the epic scenes. I love when Venom and him get into it at the end at the church. Shriek was an okay character to see. I was happy to see two villains in a Venom movie. One of them not being a symbiote. Shut up! Fuck. Okay, are you done now? Okay, I'm just gonna leave him at it. Anywho, I really like I said, Tom Hardy is Venom, and this movie was just boss. Fucking awesome. Awesome movie. It was short. I feel like it could have been longer, but I give it credit. Okay, coming in, Spider-Man: Far From Home. I really like. Okay, let me say this. This would have been actually, my number 2 spot, but I'm not a big fan of Mysterio. I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, don't get me wrong. He's a good actor. I'm not saying he did bad at the role because he did really good as Mysterio. I'm just not a big fan of the villain Mysterio. And I think the fake superhero crap is so fucking stupid. What's the fucking point of being a fake superhero? What? Then the Avengers are gonna call you, hey, we need you, Quentin Beck. What are you gonna do now, Quentin Beck? Fuck, man. You gonna tell me you're a fake superhero? No! He's probably gonna go in there with a fake ass superhero again. Make his drones do everything for him. It's just, there's literally no point to his character. Like I said, Jake Gyllenhaal did what he was supposed to do for Mysterio. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of Mysterio. I love the CGI effects they did for him. I gotta say that, though. The suit, it needed to be a lot more green for me and a lot more classic. I love the armor bulk, but I don't know. I don't know about this. I love how Nick Fury makes an appearance, and yeah. I really like the Spider-Man suits they make in here. It's something new. I love seeing new Spider-Man suits, of course. You know that. Happy Hogan was amazing in here, and so was MJ. I really thought it was a weird pick for Zendaya to be MJ, but I'm really down. That woman got some talent, because I've seen some of her shit on fucking Disney Channel. I'm like, okay, this is very girly. But then I've seen her as MJ. She seems like a tomboy MJ to me, like a chill MJ, and I really like that. I appreciate Zendaya for that. Like I said, this was a very good movie, very well done action scenes. Coming in at number 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming. I really love the appearance of Iron Man. I love the emotion between the middle of the movie between Iron Man and Spider-Man. I honestly really like it, and I gotta say, perfect role too, especially, okay? I gotta say this, Michael Keaton as Vulture. Oh, that got me going when I first saw the movie. And honestly, if you put Michael Keaton's face in that movie on the classic look of freaking Vulture, and not the robotic look he's given, that's Vulture. That's Vulture, straight out of a comic book in a movie. But they went with the more weird-looking Vulture robotic suits, and I don't mind it. I think it was a really unique idea because yes, they don't want to make it look like much like the comics. Sorry, but I just don't understand why sometimes. Maybe they still want to make it look cheesy. I don't know. Want to make it look a little cooler, but I think still the trench coat and the wings and the robotic stuff on it, it's really cool. Excuse me, interesting. I love the situation between Ned, the friend in here of Peter Parker's, and I think they do really well together. Honestly, they're fucking bros. I love it. Their handshakes too got me geeking, bro. That's just nuts. Okay, I gotta say, this movie is a 5-star. I love the action sequences, great CGI effects, a lot of emotion into it, and of course, I just love this movie. I like what they did with Liz and kind of switched it off to MJ in the second sequel, like Far From Home and stuff. I thought that was really interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen to Liz from now. But until then, number 1 spot. And okay, guys, you're gonna hate me for saying Spider-Man No Way Home was in last place. That was just a joke. I was kidding, cause it's my number 1 place. Let me say, Spider-Man No Way Home got me in here. It was touching, and I honestly really. That's fucking it. I'm done with this shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get back in that fucking room, you hear me? Good. Glad we have that covered. Alright, Spider-Man No Way Home, guys, was so amazing. I love the movie so much. It's one of my all-time freaking favorite movies, man. Spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Aunt May's death. Jesus, man, that was such a tragedy. That was more, in my opinion, heart-wrenching to see her go rather than Emma Stone. Not that I don't like Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. She did perfect too. No other lady would have done good as Gwen Stacy. And sorry, Emma Stone. Emma Stone is awesome, gorgeous lady, and honestly, I think they did really well on choosing who Gwen Stacy was going to be. But off that topic, on the other hand, Spider-Man No Way Home was just so good. Spoilers, like I said, if you guys haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. I do not own it on DVD first thing when it comes out. I'm fucking getting it though. I'm telling you, this movie is awesome, and I can see why it was such a successful box hit. This movie is emotional, and I just love it. I love how different Spider-Mans. Yes, they got Tobey Maguire, they got Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland swinging in one scene all together, and it just blows my mind. I will say it's one of the worst kept secrets, though. I will say that.
There's a photo going around on the internet of you and Tobey Maguire on the set of Spider-Man. Yeah, the new Spider-Man movie. And I was like, wow,
I'm not sure about that.
Andrew Garfield, I love you though, but that's the worst fucking secret. His face. And they gave it away too. With that picture online and them releasing the trailer, at the end of the trailer you can see the pipes, which are literally identical to the picture. So looking back at that, that's the worst. You're a good Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, don't get me wrong. You're a bad person who keeps secrets horribly. No offense, man. Anyway, Spider-Man No Way Home is great. It has all the villains, literally. Willem Dafoe, man, I still can't get over that. Awesome performance still. You thought he was good in the 2002 Spider-Man. Holy fuck. He takes that, did his own stunts, matches it up to perfect. No one else could have done a Green Goblin. And honestly, not that I'm hating on THANE, but I'm kind of glad that they took his Green Goblin version out. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm actually a fan of that Green Goblin. I dig the ugly Green Goblin look. It's just how he's supposed to look. That's awesome. I really liked it, but I think he needed more screen time. That was the thing in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. However, the Spider-Man No Way Home, man, it's just awesome. I love how Toby, Andrew, and Tom all interact with each other. One not knowing the Avengers, or they're just like, "What's the Avengers?" And it's a great movie. A lot of action. Man, they got some improvements here. Jamie Foxx's Electro, better. Lizard, they didn't really change much about him. Pretty much just like a lighter green color. Same with Green Goblin, but Green Goblin actually breaks his helmet, and it just, I don't know how we feel about that. It's probably the only thing I didn't really like about him. Yes, I will say, Willem Dafoe's face expressions, you can think sometimes he don't need that mask. He got those face expressions, man. Man, I gotta applause him for that. It literally just looks perfection. It literally looks like he's a freaking goblin. And I really liked how Spider-Man in one universe, which Tom Holland didn't know how, like, who he really was, because he's never really fought the Green Goblin before. So that turning right away, the businessman that Norman Osborn is into Green Goblin, literally he turns good and snaps right back to evil, and he obviously kills Aunt May, which really pissed me off. But you know, honestly, it was still a great movie. I love the ending. It's a conclusion that it touched my heart. I couldn't think of another way to end it, guys. It's Spider-Man No Way Home is the best Spider-Man movie ever. Okay, guys, that'll do it for today. Honestly, like I said, these are my personal opinions on my ranking of Spider-Man. And actually, I'm gonna do a Spider-Man ranking on TV shows of Spider-Man. So I got a lot of watching of those to do. Well, I actually got one down right now, but actually, it's personally my favorite. Everyone's forgotten about that one, but who cares about that? That's gonna be in a different video. Honestly, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was just pretty much just me talking about Spider-Man, which hopefully interests you guys. And honestly, I love Spider-Man. It was a great movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. It was awesome. I highly recommend you watch that. It's so good. Okay. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Have a nice day.